This episode is brought to you by ProForce Athletics, the home of unique and custom sports tees serving athletes, teams, organizations, and fundraising campaigns. To learn more, visit ProForceAthletics.com. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, heroes and villains. I know your time is precious, so we're going to get right into today's show. One of my favorite books of all times is a classic called Acres of Diamonds. As the story goes, a farmer became enamored with tales of others becoming rich discovering diamond mines. He truly wanted to be wealthy, and so he sold his farm and went on his journey, searching for diamonds, and search he did. Years went by and nothing. He lost his health. He lost his family. He no longer resembled who he once was, but still he searched far in distant lands for diamonds until his end. One day, the man who had purchased that farm came across a shiny object. That shiny object, hidden just underneath the stream in the farm, was nothing else than one of the largest diamonds he'd ever seen. That farm, it turns out, contained acres of diamonds. In haste to find the next shiny object, the farmer had not seen the riches underneath his feet. The point of the story is that we often dream of all the riches to be had elsewhere. Maybe instead we should open the opportunity around us. Maybe we are overlooking the value of something because we already know it. Maybe your business, maybe in your community, maybe on your team right now, hidden in plain sight, contains your acres of diamonds. Would you know it if you did? Maybe I can help. At the end of this episode, I want you to give me a call or reach out to me by email, Deshaun@sportsmastery.com, and let me help you find your acres of diamonds. And what stops people from finding their acres of diamonds? Well, there's two things that I want to discuss today. The first is the mental projection of fear, and the second is dealing with physical fear. And what do I mean by the mental projection of fear? Well, there's two things associated with that. That's the pain associated with loss and hardship. Do you know the student who could be a straight A student, but yet they want to lack and be average? C's are average. They're okay with C's because striving for that 4.0 average might take 2 or 3 hours every day of study, extra time in the library, spending time with the tutor, and what generally happens? You're worried about how you're going to be perceived socially. You're worried about what your friends are going to think. You're worried about what they're going to say. You're worried about getting teased. You're worried about being called names. But why would you worry about something like that? Are you the individual that's worried about your girlfriend or boyfriend leaving because you're too busy doing constructive things, whether it be in sports training, whether it be spending time at your school, studying, in the library, doing everything you need to pass that college entrance exam? Are you going to let what they think or how they feel or the things or the little antics that they try to do to get you to change, are you going to let that affect you? And think about it. What are you really losing? Is a loss there? If that's a loss, is it really true? Ask yourself that. And what about the pain associated with hardship? See, we're talking about the mental projection of fear. And what's associated with that? Well, we discussed the pain associated with loss earlier, and now we're talking about the pain associated with hardship. Are you scared to struggle? Are you scared to learn a new position? If you're a receiver, are you scared to play running back? If you're a running back, are you scared to play receiver? You might be a quarterback that might have to switch to receiver or defensive back and learning a new position. And I can take this a step further. When you're in business, you're in marketing, you got to learn how to write a newsletter. You got to learn the software. If you're in graphic design, you might have to learn Adobe Illustrator. You're going to have to learn Adobe Photoshop. And it might seem hard at first. Trust me, I've been through these things. I've had people help me. I've had people leave. And when they left, I had to figure out some things on my own. I had to write the newsletter. I had to navigate through the software. I'm learning Adobe Illustrator right now as it relates to my t-shirt printing business. Seems hard at first, but then I have to ask myself, is it really hard, or am I going to make the time to concentrate, not get distracted, and do the work? That's as hard as it's ever going to be. You just have to make the time, eliminate the distractions, and do the work. And when you look at it, there's no such thing as hardship. The only thing you can do is learn, fail, learn from that, and learn some more. So think about that. As I said before, we're discussing what stops most people from finding their acres of diamonds. The second thing is dealing with physical fear. Now, I want you to change mindsets because we're about to change lanes. Dealing with physical fear. What about those real physical impulses that seem so uncontrollable? See, here's what I want you to think. How does the lion tamer in the circus walk into the lion's den unafraid? Yes, you heard me. How does the lion tamer at the zoo or at the circus, how does he or she walk into the pride's den unafraid? Imagine a public speaker. How does a public speaker stand and present in front of 3,000 people? Better yet, let me bring this closer to home. Let's discuss high school football. How does the undersized team, the team that has a lack of resources, a lack of genetic talent, how do they win the league for 4 straight seasons in a row? I'll tell you how they do it. It's called practice. Yes, you heard me. It's just as simple as that. You can overcome and learn how to deal with physical fear by practice. I know you're probably listening saying, what the hell is he talking about? But this is what I want to impress upon you. If you do the thing that you fear over and over and over, that anxiety will lessen. I'll say it again. If you do the thing that you fear over and over, the anxiety that you have about that thing will lessen until it completely disappears. In some circles, this is called exposure therapy. That's your homework. Do some research on exposure therapy in its most simplest of form and send me an email. Tell me what you found out about exposure therapy, fear, and practice. As mature and bold athletes, we can refuse to shrink from those things that might cause anxiety or hardship. So with the will towards freedom, we repeat over and over, I won't let others put fear in my heart. I choose to remain true to who I am and where my dreams direct me, no matter the hardship I might incur. I remember it always. Fear wins or freedom wins, and I choose freedom. I won't let others put fear in my heart. I choose to remain true to who I am and where my dreams direct me, no matter the hardship I might incur. I remember it always. Fear wins or freedom wins, and I choose freedom. I won't let others put fear in my heart. I choose to remain true to who I am and where my dreams direct me, no matter the hardship I might incur. I remember it always. Fear wins or freedom wins, and I choose freedom. Now listen, we got some exciting things coming down the pipeline. I got 2 courses coming to the forefront. I'm going to discuss the first. The first course that I'll be releasing soon is called The Edge. This is going to give you the edge in life in the classroom, life on the field, diamond, or court, the edge in business. This is an acronym, of course, because the E stands for effective action, the D for discipline, the G for growth, and the E for expansion in terms of reflective learning. I have a brilliant course coming to the forefront. I really believe you're going to enjoy this because this is compact with 5 videos. We have MP3s to the videos. We have transcripts to the videos. We have accompanying MP3s, but it's also filled with some quizzes and exams and the bonus lessons, which include the confidence missions. Now, this is the first course ever that's been designed for the student athlete and parent to participate. That is why this is unique. And I know there's a number of people out there, the parent, student athlete, the student athlete and parent on the same page. This is geared for you. This is going to take you as a team to the next level. This is going to help bridge the gap in communication. this is going to get you to where you want to be. I love working with student athlete and parent combinations that are on the same page. However, I've also found that I've been a great intermediary between the student athlete and the parent. And this course is designed to facilitate that, bringing the athlete and the parent closer together, bringing the athlete and the coach closer together. I'm talking about building a relationship, being on the same page, having the same goals, and being able to listen to each other, being able to voice your opinions without being stressed out, but approaching the rigors of high school athletics and collegiate athletics from a systematic standpoint.